Hello everyone, it's Robert Anero again. Today I will be reciting another poem for you. This one is part 3 of a 4-part poem series on how to be an adventurer. This poem is called For Treasure Go AWOL. In this poem, the plot thickens drastically. Okay, I have a little edit to make. I've been saying 4-part series for a while now. Turns out I was mistaken and it's actually a 5-part series about how to be an adventurer. This poem, For Treasure Go AWOL, part 3 in the 5-part series of how to be an adventurer, features the precursor to the next poem in the series called The Rems. It's basically a lead-up poem to the Rems and sets the mood of the Rems by ramping up the tension. I highly advise you to watch this series of poems in the correct order. So if you have not yet listened to the first poem in this series, a link to it will appear somewhere around me. Without further ado, here is For Treasure Go AWOL. The alarm rings. You're out of bed. When entering your treasure room, be careful of your head. To one side are treasures from plundering caves, to the other are treasures you picked up at raves. In a chest lay a collection of gems. Next to that lay ancient remains of Rems. But in the center, on a shelf, are the most prized possessions you picked yourself. Today, as usual, you admire your hoard, but then you notice you're missing a board. An empty space next to your gray shell. You point at it. What did you do? You yell. The weeping voice of a princess replies. Nothing, master, honest, she cries. It disappeared before my eyes. As you listen, you begin to frown, your face a caricature of a clown. Sad and dejected, you sit down. That board was no ordinary piece of wood. Legends say it was carved from the wood of the world tree Yggdrasil. Losing it makes you feel ill. With no signs of foul play, your depression starts to fade away. Replaced by curiosity, you roll up your sleeves. Time to get gritty. On approach to the empty spot, you place your hand on where the board is now not. With the flash and whirring noise, time and space with flashy ploys distorts your vision and your mind. Before spitting you out, they sure weren't kind. A struggle to stand, you stumble twice, but what you see was worth the price. Before you stands a giant tree. No, massive, humongous was this tree. Clearly covers all. So was this tree, mighty, mighty Yggdrasil tree? Laughing loud like a maniac, grin so wide your face might crack. You run around like a whimsical child and start to blend into the wild. So much to discover, so much to see, heart beating fast in rampant glee. Will you see elves and other races? Any so-called long-lost faces? Years pass by in the outside world, seeming as if you were hurled away by forces thus unknown, your exploits enough to fill a tome. Once you return from over there, prepare for a rush of friends that care. Well, that was For Treasure Go AWOL. If you liked my poem, please leave a like and subscribe. And please leave a comment below about what you thought of my poem. Next week will be the 4th out of the 5-poem series about how to be an adventurer. This one will be called The Rems, an ancient tribe. Think of them as a sleep cycle tribe, specifically the REM cycle. I hope you look forward to the Rems coming out next Friday. Goodbye, everyone.